I am crazy woke. So woke that TikTok just blocked my last video for being too woke or something. I don't know. I'm so tired. So I say this because people are being stupid, but localization. Let's talk about localization in game. Do you know what characters this game's from? Do you? That's Left 4 Dead 2. So in Japan, they made a coin-op game. And originally, they were making it all sexy nurse and stuff. And I was like, nah, sexy nurse is a bad cliche. Let's not do that. Let's do something else. So let's do... I don't know, man. But it was better. Trust me, it was better, right? And maybe they know their market better and they kept updating it and changing it. But hey, I had some say in it. So yeah, woke. But that's not the weirdest one. The weirdest one was there was a Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite, if you remember, the original one was World War II, and it had this guy in it that I think was what got me banned. That guy, and they wanted to do a crossover with Left 4 Dead, and they had Zoe in a trailer they sent me, and I got to approve or disapprove of it, and it ended with her shooting this zombie version of that guy in the head, and I was like, oh, that's a little too much of him. And I just said, hey, this is a little too much in my... Because I hand wrote the email back to them. It's very nice. It's very cursive. I can't write cursive. But I just said, hey, too much. Like saying there was a right amount of that. No. But it just wasn't the right feel for those characters to have that in the forefront of that. I thought it felt weird. So I got to say that. Because that's what you do when you localize games, is you make it culturally either something that you can stomach, something they can stomach. It's different all around. How is this one? This is one that makes me super woke. You've probably seen this. This is a Left 4 Dead 2 cover art. We chopped some fingers off of Andrea. No, but like, right, it's just taking what with the 4 and doing 2. It's pretty no-brainer, right? Except this is it in the UK, because it ends up this in the UK means a little of the FU, and we were like, yeah, we don't want that. I kind of like the peace sign here, but it's so cliche to do it, so we didn't want to do it worldwide this way. But yeah, so we changed it, because that was culturally appropriate. Didn't hurt the game any, let me tell you. And how's this? In the German version of the game, not only do the characters speak German, which is crazy, and they translate the idioms and puns into things that make sense to Germans, because a lot of wordplay, I shouldn't do puns in words, we only do them in achievements, but a lot of wordplay is idioms, things that native speakers understand or resonate with them that do not translate well at all. So comedy tends to not translate well. But you probably have never noticed this. The characters in the zombies in Left 4 Dead will sit on the floor, right? And they'll just be wandering around or rolling around. But if you play somebody from Germany, they all stand up, because Germany nicked us for shooting defenseless people, defenseless zombies, and did not want that in the game. So we changed that. We made that change. You don't notice it. Nobody notices it. Unless I tell you that, you don't notice it. How's this? Early on, we were going to our first event in Germany in Munich. And before heading over, looking through of like, what are they going? What's the Germans are going to be mad at? And we had strangulation. The smoker grabbed you around the neck and hung you. And it was very violent. It was a little too much. Like, it didn't fit the tone of the game. We're still figuring the tone of the game. The comedy and wasn't quite there yet. It was a little more hardcore back then. Yeah, I know, I ruined it too. But if you notice, the smoker actually grabs you from around the chest and constricts your chest. Now, internally, there are people who are like, oh my God, we've ruined the game. We've made it from the neck to the chest, and everyone's going to be outraged. No one notices. Nobody cares. I know I say this, and someone's going to be like, oh, I do. Sure do. But, right, these changes happen all the time. They're benign. Don't attack my fellow devs over it. Okay? No, it ended on a downer, because making games is fun, and doing the localization stuff is actually really fun. I actually had, we made an Emily Bronte joke, I think, in Portal, and the translator wanted to make it to Britney Spears, because they thought it was just some popular woman, not like they didn't know writing, I guess, reading, or I don't know. Bronte, I would think. I don't know. But like, you get a lot of weird things like that. And you can tell good translators, which is just one part of localization. Translation is just one part, but you can tell good ones because they will ask you a lot of questions to clarify what you're talking about. You can tell bad ones because they say nothing to you. And in Crucis, we had bad ones.